Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to episode 53 from May the 11th of the year 2022. Today is a Wednesday. And I know I said I was going to do this episode on the Schumann resonance, which is a semi-technical subject and it's interesting and important. But I got assigned yesterday and I really wanted to do this subject. This is something I already spoke about interjecting in some episodes, but I want to do just an episode on what is the humanity consciousness, okay? Because after doing the extremely nice experience of interviewing Harald Kraus-Vella on Monday and had to do that show in two parts because it was going to be a very long one if not. Really, I wanted to follow up with this episode on humanity consciousness, because you see, one thing is your own awareness, your own awakening. All of these are labels. I know some are related to New Age. That's why I refrain from making it explicit, the vibration level, the dimension level, all labels, don't worry about that. If someone tells you there's a strict way of going about it, I personally disagree. But you do what resonates inside you. You have the best tool inside you, which is your heart resonator, your heart chakra, as Harald said on Monday. And I refrain from using the word chakra as well because I don't want to relate it to things like, yoga and these things. That they are nice tools. I'm not against anything, but I just don't believe things are as complicated as some say, okay? I just disagree. It doesn't resonate with me. If you want to do it that way, that's perfect. If you want to do it in another way, that's perfect. It's all up to you. You have your free will. You have all the power, you see. You don't need any tools. You don't need you don't need a spiritual guide. You don't need anyone. You don't need to listen to me for sure. I'm no one. As I said, I don't know anything. If something resonates with you, that's perfect. If not, take it as entertaining. And if it's not entertaining, definitely stop watching. And I want to say, because thanks to Harald's appearing on the show, it went nice on views, approximately around 200 something on all platforms altogether. And there was some increase in subscribers. And some of you guys are also coming from Week in the Future. And I thank Pat and Joel for that a lot. I mean, we basically have half of our subscribers at least and coming from Week in the Future. So I thank them deeply for that. Thanks. So you might want to, we're in episode 53, you might want to go back and watch some of the episodes, because just look at the title. I try to be very descriptive. Look at the description on BitChute, Rumble, or Brighteon, and you decide if you want to watch some of the early shows. There might be something for you. If not, if you want to start here with episode 53, that's perfect. Okay, so what is humanity consciousness? We are communicating ways we're not going to understand, okay, guys? You want to call it telepathy, it's a label. It's a label and it's very brain related. This notion that we can communicate without speaking, without actually moving our mouths and using our vocal cords. So some say it's through energy, brain waves, certain level of frequency of brain waves, that's possible. They also say this technology, telepathy, could be used against you. So the system, through these waves, sends you evil messages to control you, to tell you what to do, to get an injection, and that might be the case. But apparently it didn't work with some of us, but apparently it did work with a lot of us. So be aware of this technology. You need to block it. Remember, they cannot force you to do anything you don't want. You have free will. You have to give consent. It's very important you understand this. That's why I keep saying this is all about you, and then I get in trouble because I keep saying it a lot, but I don't say that this is all about you, and after this is all about you, that you're strong and aware. This has nothing to do with you. You then you shift from focusing on yourself to focusing on humanity, on the universe, or being a beacon of love and guidance. Because you're already strong, you see. You're strong from the beginning. I'm going to do an episode on God, the Source. I'm going to do that on Friday, and I'm going to push back the episode on the oh my God, I forgot the name. Schumann resonance. I'm sorry, I forgot the Schumann part. As I said, I don't take any notes. This is all from memory. On the Schumann resonance, I might push back that to Monday, because I really want to do the episode of God the Source and how I see your eternal path from start to eternity, because there's no end, you see. But from point A to point B, from your inception as a blimp of God the Source to your eternity as an eternal beacon of love and guidance, angel. What mainstream tells you angels are, okay? Which is basically serving others forever, 24/7 in Earth's time, and it's your beautiful future reality. And that already happened. That's why you can talk to your superior self, which has that power, it's allowed, has the permission to travel back in time to assist you through all your realities. If you need assist. Remember what Harold said? He said it perfectly. The analogy or metaphor, those are interchangeable, but we want to call it analogy, that you can give someone a fish and you can give them a fishing rod. That's the second example. And you can teach them how to build a fishing rod, or you can give them the parts, and you can go on forever. So he said, the less you do, the more you do. Exactly right. Because we have to put in the work ourselves. But we need assistance sometimes, and assistance is in the form of guidance, breadcrumbs, signals, but you have everything you need inside you. So going back to the subject of humanity consciousness, this is going on right now, okay? And I can assure you 1,000%. You decide, again, if this resonates with you, if this is entertainment, or this bothers you. Only in the third option, I suggest you that you stop the video. Anytime I'm saying something that bothers you, stop the video, please, because that's not the intention, for sure. So what's going on right now, it's we're communicating in ways we don't understand. I don't like the word telepathy. That's a system word, okay? That's a scientific word. It's just consciousness. There's a humanity consciousness building because we are upgrading and preparing for this change, which I've put, sorry about that. I put the name of the new world, but you want to call it World 2.0, New Humanity, just a label. Don't be afraid because I call it the new world, that is the new world order, or is the Great Reset. That's the artificial alternative they want to build, so it resonates with you, it confuses you because it's similar, but it's awful. It's like saying like this is going to be communism. No, that's an awful example. That's artificial, 100%. I mean, communism is worse than capitalism, and capitalism is pretty bad. But what I want to say is this is not a system thing, okay? This is an organic love, universe, humanity thing, okay? That is happening. We are communicating with each other in ways we don't understand. It has happened to me. Some of the messages I receive that I've been very clear, they're not explicit, they're signs, might be coming from fellow human beings that I don't even know. And quite recently, in the past few months, people have come to my life. I don't understand how. And now some people are coming through the show, through a simple email, and we are communicating in ways we don't understand. And maybe this goes in reverse, that this happened to you with me, and I'm honored if that's the case. Because it's not the intention. Again, I'm not an attention seeker. There's no purpose behind this. I mean, I have responsibilities like everyone else. I have 2 children. I have a family. I need to keep going in this reality. I cannot stop. Because if you stop in this reality, you quit this reality, you're going to be physically destroyed, and you're going to go on to the next one, and which is your free will, then it's your choice. But when you have dependence, that's not a choice. I mean, that's the way I see it. So I'm doing this duality of keeping on in this reality and embracing all of this humanity consciousness that is happening. Because you see, humanity consciousness is going to power the future. It's what is going to allow that we're going to have no governments, no medical system, nothing, no financial system, because everything will be through humanity consciousness. Very important fact. Without humanity consciousness, yes, the current reality, as Harold mentioned, he's afraid, for example, that free energy right now will be destructive. Yes, because the humanity consciousness is in early stages, very early, it's like a baby. So when it grows strong, that will make it possible. But right now, we're not there yet. But it's coming very fast. This is exponential. And as I said, 1 to 2 million people are awakening each day, consciously or unconsciously. Okay? You might think you're still a system person, that you see this reality through your senses, 2019 or 2022, whichever you prefer, probably 2019 with the liberties, but air quotes. You might be already awakened inside, and it's just one day you're going to wake up and say, I get it now. I get it. I don't understand it, but I get it. So this humanity consciousness is what's going to power the possibility of the new world. Again, these are my label of the future, the new world, World 2.0, new humanity. It's going to be new, just a change. Humanity is not going to end, it's just going to change. And we are going to be able to go without governments, without killing each other, without affecting each other, without interfering with each other, vibrating everyone in love through the humanity consciousness. So there's not going to be one saying, you know, when I want to grow up everyone, and I want to be the king of the hill, I want to be the leader of the world, like you see in apocalyptic movies. Those movies is the fall of this control society of the evildoers, yes, that keeps things with a certain, what is called, air quotes, rule of law, that you can walk around semi-safe on major cities around the world. Depends on the place. Some places are safer than others, even in this reality. And when everything of that falls, we're through these apocalyptic documentals and movies, they make us afraid. Like Mad Max is the best example. Mad Max, especially Mad Max 2. And it's no problem you watch it. You have to, as Harald says, and I'm gonna go back to Harald many times in the future because he gave us a wealth of information on those hour and 15 minutes approximately we were with him. You have to know evil. We cannot say everything is love, and that we have to know evil. Discover yourself, because you are not only this expression. You have been going on for hundreds of lives. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now, at least hundreds of lives. If you are on Earth, you are an old soul because of the difficulty of traversing this reality, and the universe goes easy on you in your early stages. So your early expressions were somewhere else. Okay, very easier reality. When you're ready for Earth, it's a mission. So we're all old souls here. If you are interested in my number, I'm over 900 expressions, around 60,000 years. So yes, old, feels old. When you realize it, feels very old, you see. So you might say this guy is crazy. All right, take it as entertainment. Take it as entertainment. Don't get upset. But look into that, because it's beautiful if you discover yourself, if you go into your past lives, and that will require, it's very difficult to do it on your own. It's possible, but it's very difficult, and I had help through things called regressions and emotion response therapy. You might want to look into that. If anyone has any question on this, please email me. If you're genuinely interested in this, please email me. If you are playing around, please avoid us both losing our time, so please refrain from doing that. As I said, I'm not an attention seeker, and I do have limited time, but I'm very happy to dedicate 10 to 15 minutes to each one of you. If you require any type of question or anything, I'm very, very happy to do it, believe me. And it's incredible what happens, that the universe, whenever I dedicate someone 10 minutes, for some reason, I have the energy to go 10 minutes more in my office or whatever to supplement that time. It's incredible what happens. So that's why I have no problem offering it. If you need anything, email me. I'll try to help you. I'm not going to be able to solve your things. And remember, I'm not supposed to put in the work for you. I might just point you in a direction that you decide through your heart resonator if it's right or wrong. Because maybe what I tell you doesn't resonate with you, don't do it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So going back to Mad Max 2 and that we shouldn't be afraid of evil, it just shows you a world that civilization has totally collapsed, and they're very concerned. It's very funny, I find it, because they're concerned about gasoline. They're to power their cars. They're very gasoline hungry V8 fast cars from the 70s. You know, they had Mad Max, I think, is a Ford Capri from Australia, 1974, if I remember correctly, with a manual turbo. I know I like cars. Okay, it has a huge compressor on the hood, and it's a manual turbo. The red button that Mad Max presses to make the car go faster is a manual compressor. Maybe not even a turbo. It's an atmospheric compressor. Just raises the pressure that the gasoline goes, so it has to deliver more horsepower with more gasoline and air going into the combustion chamber. So yes, the focus of the film is it's gasoline. I don't see them worry about food or shelter or whatever, even guns. It's all about gasoline, you know. And it's strange. I find it funny even that we're going to be worried in a collapsed society about gasoline. Okay, you might not be concerned about moving so much, but just being safe, fed, whatever. But that, we shouldn't concentrate on that. Just do it for entertainment and for analysis purposes if you haven't watched the movie, because that's the society that wants to be afraid. They want to tell you, you don't want any governments, you don't want any police, you don't want any doctors, you don't want any food system, food delivery systems or food creation system. You're going to do it on your own. You're going to be in Mad Max 2. Through fear, implanted fear. No, thank you. We're not going to be in Mad Max 2. We're going to be in the new world through humanity consciousness, okay? Through humanity consciousness, because the only way we come together as a humanity is through humanity consciousness, communicating each other. Then we use the concept of leaders and saviors as communicators. So, okay, even in Mad Max 2, there's this leader, I think what he was called Humongous or something like that, of the evil ones. And you know, he's the one that is revered, he's very strong and that, so for some reason he became the leader. He's the one that decides what to do, that they're going to attack some people, that they were very far-fetched, extracting and refining oil in the middle of the desert through a self-grown system, like a refinery in there in the middle of this. All of that stuff, if you think about it, is almost ridiculous, but it's part of the movie. You see that they were able to create gasoline and extract oil, and you know that without even spare parts or You see how they do movies on purpose, and you have to take it as entertainment because nothing is going to resonate with you, but you have to take it as entertainment. And it's good that even some documentals on Netflix, and I reference a documental on Netflix with Harold about, this meteorite that they revere because it's related to black goo, in my opinion, and black mold, which I insist is like a biological form of black gooish. It's an evil form of biological evil form, parasitic, opportunistic. Okay, so the new world. Let's forget about Mad Max for a moment and the new world order and the Great Reset. That's not even going to happen. The new world is going to be powered through free energy, through the human consciousness, and a few things are going to fall down. I have a slide just prepared with that, so if you allow me, I'm going to talk about that with the slide so you have it on your screen. And I want to show a video that might not seem that it's related, but it's something I wanted to bring, and this is a perfect subject for many episodes now, because it's how in the Bible, in the Gnostic Bible, there is reference to consciousness. And because we're talking about humanity consciousness, I want to present that, but it crashes a little bit with the Christian Bible, okay? And what I'm going to say is if you're a Christian, maybe you're going to say, I don't want to watch it, okay? So you might want to speed up through the video if it's going to make you comfortable, okay? And if you are a Muslim, if you're a Jew, if you're a Hinduist, if you're a Buddhist, you are not really a Buddhist because Buddhism is not a religion, okay? Hinduism is a form that took Buddhism and created a religion. But if you believe on Jesus Christ, Allah, Jehovah, Buddha, and many others, I could go through the list. The intention was the same you're going to watch in the video, okay? That's my position, that's my resonance in me. They all still exist, but they have ascended. They are all angels, okay? So if you worship Allah, you are worshiping a good guy that has ascended, a good being, that he is assisting others, and he's not only assisting the ones that worship him, because he's not concerned about that. And Jesus Christ is not concerned about worshiping and Jehovah and Buddha and all others. And you know what? There is no better or worse. They are all my favorites. And they can all assist you together, actually, if you call for all of them. So I know it sounds very far-fetched that you're going to start, Jesus Christ assist me, Allah assist me. Yes, they're going to answer your call. They're going to answer your call because they are angels, all angels. But their experiences here on earth were took, and a religion was created out of them. So that's why I'm not anti-religion, guys. I'm not anti-religion. I'm against religion controlling people. And I'm against that you allow your life to be controlled by a religion. Make religion work for you, okay? Kind of be curious that, yes, okay, I'm going to believe in Jesus Christ. I'm going to go to Mass. That's perfect. All of that's perfect. I'm going to read the Bible. That's perfect. Don't allow it to say, this is the only truth. This is the way. Especially, guys. And this has to go through your brain, actually. Will these benevolent gods or sons of gods, such as Jesus Christ, Allah, Jehovah, Buddha, will destroy you if you don't believe with them? That will make them evil. That will make them evil. Just make it go through your brain, what I just said, okay? So this is around 3 minutes. It's a very good explanation of the concept of consciousness and awareness and vibration. That's labels. What is this process of your self-discovery that you're so strong? The thing I'm been trying to say for 53 episodes now, that you discover yourself. You're not this being that is limited, that has to worship, that has to believe in hierarchies. You're not. You're something so much wonderful, so much bigger, so much full of love. And especially when you go back and understand your previous experiences, and there's a pretty good chance you did something good. It's very difficult, you're perfect, okay? But that's perfectly fine. And when that happens, and if you have experiences that you were really rogue, and I did have those very, very bad things, but I have accepted them, and you want to call it forgiven myself? Yeah, that's fine, that's a good word. But I have accepted that it's learning, okay? I'm not going to do that on this expression, so that means I understood understood my mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you're not going to learn anything, okay? You have to do the mistakes. That's why live, take decisions, take risks. Mistakes, you're going to learn from them. Don't worry about that, really, relax. So as Harold says, when you know your past, when you accept your past, when you have accepted yourself as what you are, everything opens to you. The limits are taken off. No more limits because you understand what you are, okay? So I hope this is making sense. So I know I've gone a little bit longer than I expected, and I'm going to push it along. So we're going to watch the video together. Already watched it. This is my second time. We're going to watch the video together. I'm not going to comment much on the video. It's for your own resonance and interpretation. If it's making you uncomfortable, if you're Christian, a Muslim, whatever, if it makes you uncomfortable, stop it. That's not the intention, okay? Especially Christians or Catholics. And afterwards, we're briefly going to talk about the New World, and I'm going to end the video because I know I really went overboard with this entry of the video. All right, so let's take a look at the video. I'm going to include, as always, the link is a very long video. I just took 3 minutes to start, but you might want to go back and see if you are interested, if it resonates with you, the presentation of this person on YouTube. I include the link on the show notes. All right, let's look at the video.
In 1945, some workers in Egypt accidentally dug into an early Christian tomb. Inside, they found a large jar containing 13 leather-bound manuscripts, which were composed of 48 separate works. Practically all of these works are Gnostic, meaning they teach salvation through mystical knowledge. And one of these manuscripts contains the Gospel of Thomas. In Gnosticism, people are believed to be souls in material bodies. Only through true knowledge can they ascend. And according to this religion, Jesus is the Redeemer who came to communicate that knowledge and liberate man. He communicated this knowledge to selected disciples, one of them being Thomas. In almost all spiritual paths or traditions that are followed, eventually that which is discovered leads to this same ascension. And if these teachings had been placed in the modern Bible, the message may possibly have been clearer and more focused on the power that is held within each person. The Gospel according to Thomas doesn't tell a story. It's a compilation of approximately 114 sayings attributed to Jesus. The opening words of the document read, "These are the secret words which Jesus, the living one, spoke, and Didymus Judas Thomas wrote down. And he said, Whosoever finds the interpretation of these sayings shall never taste death. Let not him who seeks desist until he finds. When he finds, he will be troubled. When he is troubled, he will marvel, and he will reign over the universe." The sayings themselves are not the secret. The secret lies in their interpretation. When you find the true answers, it will trouble you because it goes against most of what you've been taught. And when the truth of it sets in, it will marvel you. And then you will know your power, that you have supreme reign over your life and everything in it, that you truly can experience heaven on earth. The Gospel of Thomas has been eliminated from the Bible, and there are many explanations as to the reasoning. Some religious leaders express that if you read it and compare it to what you see in the New Testament, it's a very different kind of book, presenting a quite different Jesus. They claim that these particular teachings about Jesus mesh with certain philosophical principles that only grew in popularity, but that they aren't necessary to the work of the Bible.
Okay, just want to clarify a few things. First of all, you saw that the video had subtitles. I always try, especially when I grab videos from YouTube, they usually have subtitles in English, and I try to include them, but sometimes they overlap to each other and that. So I try. In this one, the subtitles were kind of okay. They were in lowercase, and maybe they were through the screen, but they were decent. And for many of us that English is not our first language, I think it helps to watch the video with subtitles for understanding a little bit better. Okay, I just want to I cannot refrain myself to make a little comment on that. I disagree a little bit with the concept of salvation. Okay, we don't need salvation. Salvation, maybe they relate because they talk about earth, and they probably know about the Matrix. And I'm not going to go into the Matrix. I already spoke about that many times. Okay, it's basically when you change and you're living this expression, you don't die. There's no die and rebirth and that. You change. You leave your body. Okay, you're ready for your next expression. That doesn't necessarily have to be on earth because you decide, you have free will. The universe helps you and you have other beings helping you, assisting you, making that decision. But you may say, I have had enough of earth, I need other experiences. And there's a matrix, there's a feedback loop, okay? I already spoke about that and it clashes with religion, so I think I already pissed off religious people today enough, so you know what I'm talking about. So that could be the concept of salvation that they're talking about, that this realization of who you are, there's a very good chance you're breaking the matrix. Actually, I would put it at 100%. Okay? Discovering yourself equals breaking the matrix. Your personal matrix, because we have a humanity matrix. When that breaks is when the new world is going to come. Okay? That's going to take a while. But you might have already broken yours personally. So you have this broken matrix, there's no matrix anymore, and you get to traverse this reality, and you're gonna find you're very relaxed and very calm despite what everything is going on, and you find that you have no limits, that really is up to you, everything's up to you, and many other things. So I think when they say salvation, they talk about that. Also, another possibility is they're talking salvation, ascension, to becoming your best version of you, your last existence that goes forever, which is becoming an angel, an eternal beacon of love and guidance. That might refer to that, but you see, that's going to happen, so there's no rush. It's not something that you need to force, okay? That's going to happen, and that's going to happen when you have done all your karma, all your learning. Karma is never punishment, karma is learning, okay? Learning from your past mistakes, okay? That's why justice doesn't exist, because we're only applying justice through this lifetime, through acts on this lifetime, okay? We may be applying justice to someone that did something very bad in his lifetime, killing, raping, yeah, horrible acts, okay? And there's no discussion about that, okay? Things to children, horrible acts. Interference acts, unbalanced acts, attempting to others' free will, that's bad karma, okay? That's negative karma. But that being on their past lifetime or 2 lifetimes ago could have been almost saints, assisting all their lives, helping all their lives, speaking love all their lives. So we need to make the full judgment, okay? And the only way to do the full judgment of you is you learning who you are. Who am I? Where do I come from? I add the where do I come from because it's you want to learn from other civilizations you have joined. You are not only human. You have joined at least 1 or 2 more civilizations, if not more, okay? So that's going to come to you. It could be explicit. It could be through signs. You might need tools or sessions to people that dominate this. Just be careful if you get voices that ask you for things in exchange. No good. No good. That's a major no-no. Nothing of this needs to ask you something in exchange, okay? That's not the way to salvation or anything like that, okay? Again, you decide if I'm telling the truth or not. If this resonates what I just said with you, there's something there. No, it's entertainment, science fiction, a crazy guy speaking. All right? So very quickly, the new world. Okay, no governments, no leaders. We will be governed, air quotes, because there will be no government, through global humanity consciousness. That's why the first bullet is key. That's why you shouldn't worry about the Mad Max world, this becoming without governments, because humanity consciousness is going to keep things in check, okay? Yeah, there's no, basically, I could add several bullets, no crime, all love, no hate, no evil. You get the picture. There's not going to be a financial system. Okay, that's going to crumble with the scarcity to abundance paradigm. And I did an episode a long time ago, a month and a half, episode 20-something. You might want to scan through the episodes. The abundance, scarcity to abundance paradigm. That got very low views, very low, like 10, 20. Some of these I say, wow, trying to give you some nice information here, and there's almost no views. But I hope as more subscribers latch on to all 3 platforms, that they scan the previous episodes, because there might be interesting information for them there. So no financial system, everything will be abundant, the scarcity paradigm will fall, the supply-demand model will crack. So you're going to say, if there's no financial system, there's no way to profit, where are this stuff coming from? They're going to come through ways we don't understand. Reality, thoughts are going to become reality, and it's going to be balanced acts all around, non-interference acts all around. It's going to be magical in a way. That's what happens with advanced civilizations, with advanced species, guys. I know it through the advanced species. That's the way they work. That's the future of humanity. You are not need to be concerned that there are going to be factories and food and supermarkets. All of that's going to disappear. Okay, it's going to be similar to a small community, but who knows? They're going to be small, medium, large communities working all the same way. Okay, so no worrying about bills and all that. Everything's going to disappear. You see how they want to make the air quotes great reset, new world order similar? That's artificial. They're going to put money in a chip. They say, that's what they say. It's not going to happen, but they claim they're going to put money in your chip and you're not going to have to work anymore. It's not the same thing as the second bullet, guys, because that's still a financial system, and the chip comes with restrictions. You have a unique thought on you, we don't deposit the money for tomorrow, so you go hungry. And you go hungry for 24 hours, so when you come back, you say, I'm ready to comply. You see, that's horrible. That's not going to happen. That's worse than communism. That's not going to happen. They're just scaring us that that's going to happen. That's not going to happen. So, bullet number 3, everything will be powered through universal free energy. We spoke with Harold, and I want to make a point. He's totally right that free energy right now cannot power this scarcity world. I keep saying that it should be the only way we get energy, but in a way, I keep meshing the new world with the old world. Still, I believe we are doing a horrible job, and energy shouldn't be created, doesn't need to be created. Energy exists through the universe. You just tap into it. It's like creating air or just breathing air. Do we create air? There's an air machine somewhere? No, we just breathe to it. Energy is the same. But we're going about it the wrong way, okay? Because the evildoers want that even energy creation is an evil process. Technology, it's an evil process. You see how they operate? So, bullet number 4, disease will gradually disappear as food is healthier, more nutritious. Yes. Also, I didn't put it there because I have space constraints, but also disease is going to gradually disappear as all the cation generation, artificial EMF pollution, electromagnetic frequency pollution disappears. There's not going to be any 5G in the future or Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. There may not going to be any devices, and that might be a very good thing, by the way. Okay? Because, as I said on the first slide, we're going to start communicating in different ways we don't understand. So that's going to be our new cell phones, okay? That's going to be our new WhatsApp and Telegram and that. It's going to be through our minds, through our heart. So no medical system, no pills, helpers instead of doctors. Yes, I mean, we all know by now, if you're listening to this, you know the medical system is just a symptom suppression system, okay? It makes you feel good. And they put stuff in the pills that is like they're drugging you, and that's why they call them drugs. So you're high. When you are on pills, when you're taking 20 pills a day, and that I've heard some people say, I need them. Yeah, it's like, you know, like they need their high on pills. So you see how awful it is, how evil that is. All of that's going to go. We might have supplements for a while, and then even supplements are going to go. It's all gradual as our physical vessel becomes better, and all this electromagnetic pollution that is radiation that is literally killing us is going to go away. I say helpers instead of doctors because at the beginning on the new world, we're going to need helpers that show you that the little health issues, because they're going to really go from a lot to a little and then eventually to zero. But the health issues you might have, they're your responsibility, okay? You put in the work fixing them because you know your body better than anyone, and it's your physical body. You don't need doctors. You truly don't need doctors. You don't need medicines. And I want to go back, because I will live in this reality, to the disclaimer I saw in the beginning. This is not medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. If you have a medical issue, please contact your doctor or physician, okay? So, because they are. But as entertainment, I'm telling you, you don't need doctors, you don't need any pills, you don't need any of that. Okay, you can fix yourself, actually. In this reality even, you tap into that. And final bullet, everyone will know the truth, that we're eternal, it's just an experience you must enjoy. Everyone is going to forgive their past things, they're going to transform that, transmute the bad into learning, they're going to learn their karma, that's karma. Karma is never punishment, karma is never punishment. That's, in this reality, evil want to tell you, eye for an eye. Someone punch you, you punch them back. Someone shout, you shout back. Someone offended you, offend back. Justice through violence. Okay, by doing violence on whoever did an evil act. Okay, they even want you to think of violence on them, killing them. I see, fry them, hang them on public places or whatever. You know, public square, hanging on public squares like they do in China. No, they don't hang. They do shootings actually. And they charge the bullet to your family or something like that. No. Justice doesn't exist, okay? Karma exists, and karma is never punishment. It's learning. We go through a process, we make a few mistakes, or a lot of mistakes, but it's all good because at the end you understand them, and you accept. So, what's the deal with the evildoers? Why is there evil in the universe, okay? And of course in the world. Because through their free will, they elected to ignore karma. They elected not to understand and learn that they have done bad. And they were so back, to the point that they had all the lessons to learn. It's like someone that doesn't study in a whole year in school and wants to maybe try to fix the year at the end. And it's impossible. You're going to flunk the year. And they flunk their existence. And the only place to go is the anti-universe, which they have. We all have the power to create a universe. We all have the power to travel through time. We all have the power to heal. We all have that. It's just untapped. It's inside you, but it's not touched. It's like a knob that is on zero. When you discover that, but you mustn't abuse, okay? Remember, your free will ends when you start interfering with others, when you start doing unbalanced acts. Because you're not the king of the hill. You're not the king of the universe. You're equally beautiful and capable as we all are. So the evildoers have created the anti-universe. And as we were saying with Harold, and whenever I'm going to speak about black goo, I'm talking about extraterrestrial black goo, and I want to make a correction. I said volcanic black goo on Harold's second episode. Wrong. I was trying to say meteorite black goo. Okay, which by definition is out of this world, and that black goo has evil, and that evil, in order to exist, asks you for evil acts. So when a good being goes back on karma, the black goo is recharged. I hope it all's making sense now. Why you must take everything from your brain, from your heart. If you hate someone, love them. Transmute that hate into love. If you have a problem with someone, try to patch it up. If you are in traffic and you're desperate, breathe, balance. I know traffic is awful. To me, the energies in traffic, I think it's all the stress and the 5G and the Bluetooth coming. I have a hard time in traffic, and I'm doing my best, but it really affects me, and I understand you. But please breathe, please balance. Please believe this is all about love. This is all about transmuting bad into love. Okay? So we shouldn't be afraid of evil. Okay? Because we're farther along the line than evil. Okay? So you're going to be fine. I'm sorry this went a little bit longer, but I'm very inspired by the interview with Harold. And I hope you enjoy it. And as always, I do my episodes on 20% faster speed, so for your enjoyment. And I'll also try them on platforms that you put 1.25 on top of that. It's still understandable, but you decide if you want to enjoy it on my normal 20% speed or 1.25, which will make it almost 1.5 overall, okay? Because it's the multiplication of the two. All right, so if everything is okay, I should be back on Friday, May 13. Friday 13, that's a symbol, okay? That's a symbol, they want to scare you with that. That something's evil. But evil is very prevalent on Friday 13th. I don't know why. I think we created through our own consciousness. But I should be back on Friday, May 13th. And what a better day than do an episode of God, the Source, the Creator of everything. Okay? Thank you very much for listening. I truly appreciate it. Please stay for the last 3 minutes of the show, especially if you are a new subscriber. Believe me, that's when I, in 3 minutes, tell you everything about you. All right. Thanks, and I'll see you. We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun, and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.